Hello YouTube, it's me. Once again, second video, different day, same white tee. What can I say? I'm lazy. I like these white tees, they're so comfortable. I was trying to think of a different topic for my second video, and I came up with YouTube gaming. I've been a big fan for a long time of YouTube gaming. There are a lot of great channels out there. Achievement Hunter, Markiplier, PewDiePie, uh, the list goes on. It goes on and on. Game Grumps being my current favorite. The reason I'm bringing up this topic is because I want to get into it eventually. I just realized I need a capture card for my PC, and that's about 150 bucks for an Elgato, which is top of the line. And I'm figuring I'm going to wait a paycheck or two before I invest in that. But I figured until then, I at least talk about YouTube gaming, where it come from, how I got into some of my channels that I like, and what I hope to be doing in the future with it. So today, I was looking through my usual YouTube subscriptions. Achievement Hunter is always on there. Markiplier, PewDiePie, just because mostly on their past stuff rather than their current stuff. Game Grumps almost always is pure gold. Some of the games I may not be interested to watch and listen to the commentary on. But usually I'll get the month end like montages of their best of, and that's usually hilarious. I might go back and watch those just based on those for those previous videos. But what I want to get into is longevity in YouTube gaming. When I first started watching Achievement Hunter years ago, when they first started, it was just two guys, and then they brought in a couple other kids that had some energy. They seemed to really enjoy the games they were playing, all the way up to the very first one of Minecraft, where they all just looked like they were having fun. They didn't know the game inside and out. They were kind of getting used to it, and that kind of hooked you right there because you could tell through the screen that they were having a genuine good time playing it, and that lasted for years. Almost every video was pure gold because it was a good group dynamic, and two, someone was having fun. Someone was having a blast on one of their views, no matter what second you chose to go to on the video. So that kept me coming back for a long time. I mean, I had a stroke about 4 years. I had two strokes in one night 4 years ago, and those videos just helped bring pure joy back into my life afterwards, because I lost my job shortly after that, and then I got another job, and things were looking up, and in that like 2-3 week span, those videos really helped just bring a smile on my face. A little bit changed in the past couple of years with them, though. They brought in someone else whenever Ray Narvaez Jr. left. Quality guy, hilarious, great sense of humor, laughs at his own stuff, still enjoys what he does, even though he's a full-time streamer now and no longer associated with Achievement Hunter. They brought in a new guy, Jeremy Dooley, seems to be the biggest Rooster Teeth / Achievement Hunter fan out there. You could tell it because he quotes almost every old saying and line they did, so he kind of fit right in there. And actually, there was one time where he and Jax said the same joke at the same inflection at the same time, and they kept it in. That's how big of a fan he was, and how pretty much it showed you could put any super fan in there with that personality type, and you pretty much know what to do. But the reason I bring that up is because, Jeremy's a great guy. I love his stuff. He's super talented, but is a super fan. So when he first started, you could tell that he was going off of the old shtick that they were using. All the old stuff that are like, hey, I would say that when I was there. Like, oh, I know what joke is coming up, because everyone that's watched the videos kind of knows it at that point. And that's kind of my point, is that over the years, it looked like it stopped being fun for them on almost every video, and it's looked like they're having fun on 1 out of like 8 videos. So it was kind of hard to watch, or especially when the videos can go upwards of, sometimes 40, 50, hour and 5-minute videos for these long ones. And it's just, there's a lot of content on YouTube you could be watching, and to not have more than like 1 or 2 payoffs for laughing in an hour's time, there's only so many hours in the day. And you can kind of tell when they don't phone it in, they're still doing their commentary, but it's almost like shtick now. It's like, okay, you got the straight man, you got the, you know, tired drunk boss, you got the, you know, angry guy that's gonna be pissed off. You got the troll. You know, they have the new guy, you know, trying to do his own thing and find his own feet. Then you have Ryan, who just seems to be over there just doing his own thing every video and trying to make anything out of it. He doesn't give a fuck. So Ryan looks like you're still genuine. I think it's why you have like 4 shows there. But like I said, I've kind of fallen off Achievement Hunter in the last year or so. Like I said, I loved Ray. Ray was great there. He didn't say a lot towards the end because he didn't have anything unless he thought he'd have a really good joke. So when he did, it was always gold. But now it's like everyone's trying to force jokes and content through just to not have dead air for all their videos. And the videos are almost an hour long almost. So like I said, it's just hard for me to watch them these days. So going from there, you know, I was going into YouTube gaming for the last couple years. I got to, you know, watch some of these other ones I wasn't too interested in before, but I kind of saw some highlight videos of. I think the Fine Brothers actually introduced me to a couple of them. I think PewDiePie and Markiplier, just because, you know, there's YouTube gaming and they were really popular for some reason. So Markiplier I got into just because how genuine he seemed and how much he really seemed to enjoy all those videos. But I find that he's run into the same problem as the Achievement Hunters have. He's been doing it so long, and he's on like a schedule now. He has to get he feel like he has to get these videos out now. So instead of looking for games that's just for fun to play and have a good time with, and maybe, you know, it's like, okay, now what will get me views and what, you know, can I put out this day or that day? And some of it's still funny. I mean, you can tell he's still having fun. He's still, but you can tell it has worn a little thin. For his content, just because you can kind of tell that he's feeling a little thin, like he's doing a lot of the same things every video. And the worst one, I think, for just being done with it all and just doing the smart thing and trying to get away from gaming itself as a format, just a 100% format, is PewDiePie. That guy is smart as hell. Once he got all those subscribers, he's like, okay, gaming's not going to last forever. I got to branch out and do other things. And he has. He's got, what, 2 games in the App Store now, which have done insanely well. You know, he still has something like 30-something million subscribers still on his channel. And every time he puts out like a 7 to 10 minute video every day, you know, it gets, what, 3 million views? That's, you know, 2,999,999 more views than I have. So, you know, can't knock him for that. But after over 30 million, though, it's like, well, you know, some may be just waiting for the gaming to come back at this point. But he said it himself, like he just can't force himself to play games that, you know, like the Five Nights at Freddy's series. His most recent one was like, I can't do this anymore. I'm going to be faking it if I do. I'm like, you know what? I got to respect that. But he's at least admitted that, you know, he's kind of sick of doing the whole thing unless he finds something he wants to play and enjoy. I mean, he's on top for a reason. He's a smart guy. But, which brings me to my favorite channel at this point. I found him within the last year, ironically, because of Ray Narvaez Jr. I was subscribed to his Twitch channel for about 7 or 8 months out of the first year. And one of the streams he had was a Saints Row 2, I believe. Saints Row 2 stream. And it was the 69-69 stream, which basically everyone got in a bidding war of how many people could give him $69.69 tips. And he had like I think a total of 2 on stream before. He had over 100 that stream. And I was like, what? And every time he got one, they played 69-69 from the chorus from Ninja Sex Party. So I was like, okay, you know, I'm kind of interested to see, you know, what the full song of that is. So I introduced me to Ninja Sex Party, and I introduced me to Game Grumps. I introduced me to Starbomb. But back to Game Grumps for their gaming channel. I didn't even know JonTron was a thing on that. You know, I just saw him on the highlights for the Game Station podcast of Jesse's Maid. I didn't even know who he was. And apparently Danny came in 2013, June 2013 or 14. Yeah, 2013, I think, one of those years. And I saw some of their best of compilations with Danny, and they were just hilarious. Because Danny's around my age, he's about 2 years older than I am. All the games that he was referencing in the old time games on the PC and the television, the Atari, all that stuff really spoke to me. But other than that, it was the fact that their videos are only 10 minutes long on the short side. Maybe if they do like an intro or they run a little long, it'll be anywhere from 12 to 15 minutes. But almost all of that is pure gold. And they do these, I found out, in like long stretches, but they take breaks in between. How awesome is that? They can put out 10 minutes, good comedy, just entertainment, every video, and not be forced, not have it, seem tiresome, still have a good time, still laugh at each other's jokes, still be able to play off each other. And it's been years. I mean, there are channels that you have, 2, 3, 4 guys that'll go, and after a year, you could tell they've already said all their stories to each other. They've already gone back and forth. They know each other's jokes. They know each other's sense of humor, and they bring nothing new to the video. But these guys have been going strong for all this time, and I guess you could say it's because they also have different projects. There's I think they're doing a show about esports with Jesse Cox now. They have Ninja Sex Party with Danny and Ninja Brian. They have Star Bomb with Aaron and Danny. They have all these different things that aren't just the channel anymore. So it's like, I got to get ready for convention season where, we got to talk about Game Grumps and how we got back together for the, 18th time, because they're going to 8 different cons in a year and they got to tell the same stories and just take Q&A from the same people. And you can tell that when the gaming channels that do this, they go to these cons, they've already said all the stories. Everyone knows everything about it, especially if they've been over there on popular with their fans for more than a couple years. Like, your life is laid bare just because if you're by yourself, you're going to lay your soul out for everyone eventually. You're going to tell them all the stories, how you grew up, all your loves, your loss, all the stuff you love, all the stuff you hate, your likes, dislikes. It's all going to be talked about. There's only so much content that you can provide in any given time. Like, I could talk for 24 hours straight and probably go through a good third of my life. But after that, what's left? You have to have the game there. And if the game's crap and you're not enjoying it, guess what? That's what happened to Achievement Hunters. They have all these games that they're sponsored games now. They don't want to play, but they have to. So they have to try to make the video entertaining. So they just pull any random, story out they can, their personal life, what went on last night, who got into, what shenanigans, anything. So it's kind of interesting if you're, invested in that. But if you're looking for just a good video for content and gaming, Achievement Hunter is pretty good every once in a while. I'm gonna have some, moments, but overall their videos are getting way too long. Doesn't look like they're having a good time. So Game Grumps is definitely the way to go when it comes to how they manage their product and their brand. So those are my favorites, and some of my not so favorites and some of my old favorites. Sorry, my dog's over there sleeping on my bed. So what I want to do is basically, I want to be unique. I want to, like I said, get a capture card first. Found that out right before I started this video. I want to just play games that I want to play. Not for views, not for, editing purposes, not to have the big explosions, not to do fake, scary games or scream. I don't scream. I'm not a screamer, I'll give a reaction. I'll be like, well, that sucked, or something along those lines. But I'm 35 years old. I'm not a, 18-year-old kid or a 22-year-old college student or a 23-year-old college dropout that's going to, have this thing where I have to have a gimmick. I'm like, no, just going to be me. And I'm going to have the least amount of editing as possible. Just because, maybe the beginning and the end, just to make sure everything kind of lines up. But I don't think that a good video should be all about how good of an editor you are. It should be about the content, and it should be about the game you're playing and how much fun you're having. because that I think comes through more than, okay, I'm getting bored with this. I better mark this timeline here and then put a yawn, or oh my gosh, let's fast forward and then fast forward. Like, if you can't make it entertaining in 20 minutes of downtime and it's a game you played before, then why are you playing it? Just like, what, we're gonna stop it here. Just to have like a 30-minute long video for YouTube metrics. So like I said, that's what I want to do. Like I said, I have $140 editing software here for movies. Told you she's sleeping. Running after something over there. But I have editing software, and I'm going to use it to the extent that I want to, but not to feel that I have to, just to, build a channel and, have all this expensive equipment. I mean, I have a decent webcam, I have a decent mic, and I figure if once I get my capture card and I'm talking over the game I'm playing and I can make it entertaining and people want to watch it, great. But if not, I don't care. I mean, it'd be great if someone did actually watch my videos, but am I going to read comments? No, I don't care. This is my channel. I've seen so many people on YouTube over the years that start a gaming channel and then they just want to have views and they make it their life. So they look at the metrics and the comments and it consumes them. But anything on YouTube, especially gaming related, has a shelf life. Because eventually, you're going to get older, and the stuff you did when you're, 22, 23, that you got your fans for, once you're pushing 30, and you've been doing it for 6, 7, 8 years, it's not as fresh shtick anymore. So like I said, I'm just going to do my own thing, go over there, play the games I like. I have a pretty decent Steam library along with GOG.com. Gotta love GOG. Older games, like I said, I'm 35. Grew up with most of the games on that service. Trying to scratch my sheets, Dallas. So, like I said, I'm going to keep all this in. I'm not going to edit myself and, anything like that. Let's see, I'm coming up on about 17 and a half minutes here. I'll keep this one around 20 minutes and finish up real quick. So, let's see. Yeah, like the games I'm playing right now are Divinity Dragon Commander. It's an older game, a couple years. Sunless Sea, that just came out with the expansion. Didn't even know until I reinstalled it and I saw it on the page. Hey, by the way, expansion's out. I'm like, well, I better finish playing that. I just downloaded a early access called Wolcen Lords of Mayhem. Diablo clone, but it's an early access. It looks okay so far. Was replaying Wasteland 2 Director's Cut. Beat the first one. Want to see how the Director's Cut's going. It's pretty good. I play Overwatch occasionally. I really like it, but I'm not a huge proponent of it. It's enjoyable. Every time I play it, I have fun. But every time I pick it up, I feel like I can't stop for about an hour. So, and everyone's seen every Overwatch match. If you've seen them one, you've seen them all. Like, there's very little different you're going to see if you've watched Overwatch for about, let's say, 10 hours. If you've seen 10 hours worth of matches, you've pretty much seen them all from almost every character. So, not really what I'm interested in, so I'm not going to play it. Especially not for my channel. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. Once again, my name's Andrew. Or if you like, Andrew in the white tee, because I feel like I'm going to be wearing this, my white background and my white light back there. So, figure in my white pasty complexion. And YouTube, I will talk to you soon.